Yamako about the body Godson TV. Minim sir Dormaahene asante hene nkomodi a asase na nsen no. Wani de akira. Ese de ensam no emu ya yedumenra. Lawyer ba konso de abetu dwa achese. La sante ahene hu nkomo na ebobo ba nana Dormaahene adi nkomo se otumfu ahene ne nyese de ehu no na enso sa na mamponi kuma wumu ni adi nyina no enye otumfu na wo se wahene ne hyene nsa ase mu de ye boso sai ye koka ne san de na asie ama manhia abedi nkomo kra yi ano ani bre so aso komon kuso ana ekoso diplomatic consultant I ban a security in seminar there. One who named there, Wahab Farouk. I don't know about to say me say. Sa Doma any something in common bam kakranka crams yet net na one. I do you never see Ghana. Hey, Uncle for politicians so. And why end this new NPP in a honor nam? What church and 7 much the dangers I womb. Na de hama me no di nkomo ye ye aye wachire no ye behwe ehu ye ni ahwe ano ye oya asante ni onu bi ye domani ana oye bunu ni odo a wosa mo de tena na mo de te na ye fe ye nso ye nko keka bie ohu ye behwe ya no kasa ye na nkofa oyo ne bia ama ye nkotie Wahab Farouk ne nkomodi no na wabiebie nsem so. I the Godson TV, Alexis the Godson. And thank you. Please do well to subscribe and share.
As Bruno Regional House of Chiefs, Obiwo baby, back on a mind minute, and when you want my minute, you get to you go, you bavia, you need money, back. You go back, you pano baby. Never. Okro amamra chipensi ada ochre ayodo a bewo Ghana Paramount Chiefs Paramount Chief Asante B Divisional Chiefs C Sub Divisional Chiefs D Adikrofo and E other chiefs as recognized by the National House of Chiefs. Mrabia no chese we are now your mind here. He has to be so. And I want to state here, without any doubt, say, Ghana can be Ghana.
Listen, Ghana forming a commission and now say establishing a commission, a idea, a template. BBN will be from Abba. The report, whatever that came out from Brazil 2012, and that report, you know, I told it true.
And then we use white paper.
About your white paper, I told it true, Ghana. Okay? I told it true. Yantifi. And leading to that, Nastil and F, you know, in my view, was not too bad. And as a country, Yabema Yahukwai foolishly. As a country, Yabema Yahukwai foolishly. Emma a certain announced episode, which we so called claimed. Say, now regime was involved in this and that. Yes, sir, even say the FA president or chairman or whoever you call him at that time. Nesebia, wakoye emfumso bi babia. Papa, say blata wunya problem. Only the team. American for invade Switzerland.
Yeah.
Etimi be investigate womu. Ayo imagine say, omu chichi bikra o United States near there. The Switzerland turned the heat back on America. Said it was in the first place illegal for FBI to come and operate on the Switzerland. Without even informing our authorities, and for that matter, whatever investigation, bogus, we don't care, we will not honor it. We will not deal with it. Almost for team the deal. And I'm but she said a nice issue by journalists mostly. I'm vindicated. Now go for National Theatre a grant interview. At that time, me and maybe one or two people, We were strong on air, telling the public, say, we are rather building that stupid consensus against our own country, and it will affect the country in the future. Meaning, say, as people will say, Anas is heading towards FIFA. I was the first person to say, they don't know what they are talking about. Mr. Kwakuba, with all due respect, Malik, they can be HISA. Anas is FIFA. FIFA does not respond to an individual, anybody. I'm a German trained. I know Switzerland extremely well. The Swiss laws are there. And the Swiss laws, part of it, and it goes into the FIFA because that is the host of the FIFA. Mm-hmm. So you can't do an organization on that land without certain day. They don't respond. They are not answerable to any private investigator. Na Ghana for ye day and then announce a grantee interview. Now you call for grantee interview. At the end of the day, Yenya damage because Ghana was seen as one of the FIFA's cash cow on the continent of Africa. Ghana was seen as one of FIFA's baby on the continent of Africa. FIFA and your Vatican and your Holy See. They make money, so they expect countries who don't make it scandal. They protect them. Yeah. FIFA guy giving everything. Say FIFA Ghana and Malawi or what? FIFA will not put their bet on Malawi for the sake of beautiful game. No. FIFA Guinea-Bissau and Ghana. FIFA will say no to Guinea-Bissau. Yes, you can play a game, fair game, play and go. But then we know Ghana because the cash cow. That is how they look at it. Now, man for Kasa na say na fi Chroma journalist and say look, one, o damage mo Yene ye force ye near church letters and you better setting the interim management committee. I said it was needed exercise. Just only to build against the one that we feel good or bad. Certain Kosinyan Techi. Say no one Nyakrana. He was one of our own. Until we could have toned down your poison because the world was listening. Now you can say internet Ghana for Kosinyan Techi name became this all over. Say ye as a nation, and ye selfishness as a nation, and ye jealousy pattern of a life. Time a Kosinyan Techi baby no executive member or executive member of the FIFA, executive member, and then also a ranking deputy. CAF president. Abraham him say, your friend is saying, this guy, Madagascar, no only just 2 years, no Penny president. Because he would have easily been the CAF president. Easily. And when Brazil 2014 organized the World Cup, the contractors, are you getting me? The contractors. Now, laborers in Sao Paulo. Emma, poor shoddy job. Concrete, eco bugu, nipa so. Emma, nipa be 14, Wubakai. Yes. Brazilian journalists and a British journalist, one Scott, one in a team. And no in-depth investigation about the Brazil FA. Church and Yama say, 1 year to the tournament and farmer hall. Na Brazil for scum G no. Baby, yeah. Politicians need this cano. Contractors are not paid. Workers are not paid. Omo built a solid case. 2014, before this announced issue. At the call FIFA. Guess what FIFA told them? Omo title documenting Dancing with the Ghost. That was the name of the document. Dancing with the Ghost. Brazil FA Dancing with the Ghost. That's the title of the document. FIFA GN or catch and say, look here. FIFA is not answerable to any private investigator. Investigation away an empire that is Brazilian government's issue to investigate. FIFA does not respond anything to a private investigator. And the Samu will be big tra. Monfanko ye book. Niamfanko to international airports will be a draw or readibi. Yahudia Brazil, yeah. That's what you were instructed. So at that time, when journalists, I'm sorry once again, uninformed journalists in this country, sitting behind the console, calling themselves sports journalists, good number of them were all blasting left, right, and center, pushing, some even writing to their friends at FIFA, telling them their versions of the story. At the end of the day, Mekai Natese manifest and said, "Dear Ghana government, a Ghana football could do ye, I destroy no, a bed destroy Kosinyan Techi. No referee on earth. obedi Ghana junior baby JSS for kwa match a border on international obetwama Ghana munkobusa kotokofo omukom international campaign munkobusa aduana munkobusa Chelsea mumusa House of Folk first kotoko obabo match a oma ba be share Kumasi be share Accra Sports Stadium ya do atena batsman na do atena play. That's what the Ghana hospitality will be hosting host teams and I say the opponent na opponents in cry kekekran referees na eba no. It is our duty to do that.
Yeah.
Mumusa kotoko referees no ko omo back room no omo call Kumasi kra no city hotel kra na woma host room no omo aso omo na e ka kotoko dey fa omo kra do makọ no omo so omo mfa yehu de omo ye kotoko sports stadium omo matches on the international campaigns yehu de referees here House of Folk na twe blaster matches ye qualifying matches share the referees abeye wo krom ha share the referees aye outside all in the good name say if one of your own man na ye corrupt Hayatu
is Hayatu
who was corrupt more than him and yet 29 years na old man no ye CAF president 29 years and Akwesi Nyantakyi happened to be one among them papa ne tip on and say he wouldn't hesitate to replace him munkobusa Ghana for 29 years and Hayatu de koye the time no if not anything at all krana his symbolic figure of what your friend is saying Hayatu no Cameroon etimi ko eje ayi to aso 5 okay
yeah
because say referee bia na okwa di match in Cameroon wo hwe say CAF president in Cameroonian plus minus in 20 muni team no because at the end of the day no he has the power also to sanction who to go to a match or who not to and this help say we in the good books of the CAF
yeah
that's office over Kosisi Cameroon sisiri mu hwe we could have enjoyed that smooth ride and here they is destroying and where Blaster is now we've not been able to build up and not only Blaster the whole country all the clubs ultimately build it in a post announced episode the number 12 it destroyed the whole football. It took Ghana say 2 years, 3 years, nobody was on the field. It took years and a league yet started. They started league in a certain COVID also came. Should the year go through? National Ghanaian players are outside. National say why are you team put up team? Why a technical team sent team put up team? Because a certain fiber of the Ghanaian soccer had been destroyed. And I'm not in doubt. Say you a good team, but in a real fact, say it is a fact that we are struggling. And the referee obedi Ghana Nigeria match. Uti anye me I've even not bothered to know. Or a Senegalese referee on the Ghana nye fine. Or a Malian referee they put the Ghana Guinea Mali aside. The Malian referee be dealing with Ghana. South African referee be obedi Ghana match be or dealing with Ghana. There are a lot of referees on the continent. Ghana. At the club level and the national level. We know. Because a referee can woman yabini. Because what the guy can say okromo jeje bribe. Why na see football yenje bribe? Why na see football yenje bribe? 2005. I stand to be corrected, but I think it is very right. Our Tunisia, AFCON, at that time, now omo cheche Singaporean betters. No more cheche Singaporean betters. And the soccer bets. Are you a sponsor of CAF, AFCON matches, soccer bet, or you a sponsor of FIFA? Watch I will say, a betting game. Why did you go coffee? Who just go home? Do you understand the phrase? Nobody takes what is called go to the house. It ends up there after the jubilation.
Yeah.
Nobody chairman said, CAP, Ben, and a country we are celebrating 1 year in the entire history of mankind. Said FIFA. A FIFA World Cup, Brazil aji World Cup aji 7 times. Now one day, but the cup was or celebrity. It's bullshit. In football, the moment the results, it's a match activity, results oriented. Yeah, we are halas. It is a would Jimmy the abayo be a winning, we are winning. Asa, also focus a team. Yeah, man, see a a certain St. George, I was then with the management. Secret in him.
Yeah, show me 4-0 first half now.
Yes. What do you mean? Yeah, you call St. George. Yeah, of course. One more over call. But my quiet talk for us. I know how to cook. You call St. George. Our Ethiopia Addis.
Yeah.
Young crowd management members in the DH. Monko bisa a year Ibunti. Monko bisa Frank Nelson and Co. Yakrano, and so the Mayan, yet for almost circus and call omo a ye. VIP launch for yen. What to mean for 1 to now Ujaho or to 9. What bread? Match in a Cowboy St. George. One player, the name's Heart and the Spirit wouldn't move. Only 11 players, St. George, a boy. And I'm referring to Dankwi. Your players sitting now were flats. Otumrika, man, come look in at form. Omin at form. Dankwi and the whole team, a boss, I'm matching on the shire form. Do you get it? Okay, Yati, and Yashi. See in Africa for Africa, I'm going to say somehow. Oh, my, don't call Boasia. And Dema Oma, or so Suma Nuamia. Wouldn't see me and you. And then about him say amongst you. Ya host to African country, African culture. Ya man, you whom you mean, you. Omo bomb crumbs you the buy. Okay, Yati. They had a Ghanaian player, Kumuji. No, so can on see dear ye. Yabasha has. Obasha has a cosa. Diamudi. What you said. So this is football. At the end of the day, no. Calf is a punish you. You suspend 2 years. Of course, here, Bobo. Maybe about Chrome, the wash me 4 nil. What by has here? First out 2. That be fair 2 goals there. Was you mobium? Once a cotocones, I am mobium de acco. What you say? This is what is football. Whatever beautiful, fine, foul means, good means. How the bear when you match in you, you declare when I'm up. Asa.
Yam Raffie. Eddie, a bobo now politics, Eddie Becca.
Why not?
Of course, robot from politics. After 2020 elections, I who said a year is 137 apiece. A lot of Ghanaians were happy. Happy for the fact that for the first time, you need a party or overwhelming majority in parliament.
So you can call it a
hang parliament.
Yes.
Now, we were happy also that this time around, it wouldn't be one political party cutting through my ideals, my bills, my proposals. There will be consensus building. There will be compromises here and there. But that image that we had in our head is not what we're experiencing in our parliament as we speak. What do you think?
Okay.
Is the issue?
The first issue is that it is very clear, sir, you need experienced politicians in the country as we thought we had.
We don't have experienced
Not
politicians.
at all.
Oh, but we have people.
I said we don't have experienced politicians as we thought.
Mr. Wahab, we have people who've been in parliament for over 20 years.
You can be in parliament
who've
for
been in politics for over 20 years, 30 years. People who've been with the NPP since it was established in 1992, 1993, and up as we speak now, they are still within the NPP. Can't we call them experienced politicians?
They are not experienced politicians.
Wow.
Okay. Being in parliament is a constitutional requirement or mandate. Because whether we like it or not, are your constituencies. So whichever way, somebody will emerge as a constituency or a MP. Free Hoba. That in this respect does not make him or her an experienced politician. Being in parliament for 20 years does not make you necessarily say we are an experienced politician. Let me just tell you clear. Experienced politician will do things and you will know, say, this is an experienced politician working. How does experienced politician work? A very bad political decision. Okay? By politicians who think they are experiencing. It can only give them, it can only generate elections, winning elections. But a very good political decision, it impacts a nation. A good political decision, it impacts a nation. And my country, a prosper. And my country, to me, arresting and unemployment. And my country, infrastructure. That is good political decision. But a bad political decision can only impact election results. And then your politicians, who experience now, their decision only impacts the next election results. They are not experienced politicians. If we are experienced politicians and you have given the fact that the one among the first 5 best countries in the world in terms of resources. In terms of resources, one of the fifth best naturally endowed commercial volume resources share assassination. Nasa osistelano ubabobusia. Now we parliament and our politicians now can celebrated politicians.
Oh, they are celebrated politicians.
And now can say experience.
That's some by virtue of the fact that they've been within the system.
And until celebrated, yes, we're the parliament 20 years. They are saying you're all celebrating. I'm quoting you. Celebrated politicians. Papa, I hope you know, and your history master told you Ghana and your independence in 1957. And I hope you know, Ghana and your republic in 1960. And I hope you understand what is meant or what is the meaning of when Ghana had a republic. You had a republic because as at 1960, not this president of the country was not Queen Mother. I hope you understand that. You can have an independence from the British protectorate area at the time, British Mao independence. But not all the countries in a British Mao independence, and no more fully republic.
Yeah.
I hope you understand me.
Yes.
Till today, as we speak, Jamaica on your republic.
Yes.
The head of state of Jamaica is the Queen Mother. I hope you're aware.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And a lot of the islands that I know.
All the islands, the Caribbean, the Pacific, and then those will be a British for Queen Yinano. Mikrom Vanuatu, Prince Charles, on the president. On the Queen Mother now, Queen, you are the man about on the president. Oh. But would there, after 3 years after your independence in a normal republic, what does it mean? Sir? Constitutional guidelines in an order to have a fair bino. Obey a Republican, which me HNU BBR. Which me modify, which me sound near ma. Now, from 1960 build up to today. I enjoy all the time, no majority parliament. Sebi, experienced politicians at the time from that time to today. And Timenya and Nisuadi Hubi, Vision be, and Fanto. Say, look, parliament here, Debiano, yeah, enjoy smooth ride using the majority, no. A baby bedua, a beer, parliament mubabeche, a bay equal strength, a day any day to her. And in your friend, the unwritten laws of the parliament. Do you get it? Unwritten laws of the parliament.
As a parliament, the Bebo Bra, Yentro,
any parliamentary standing orders, but these are unwritten laws. Because English, no cry now or no year parliament, no. Parliament from Iceland in the 1790 centuries, no, 17th century. Omo cry who nyansa said no debi. Omo person better idea say party bia wene na president be form government na omo ye minority. Into man touch ho. But modifications over the years, no problems in started say bano. And so kesi yentimi mfa nhye parliamentary constitutional books ni mukra na. Yan fe nkra bibi se bibi se koba eden ye beye. Australia, when you say issue be several times. Your friend hang parliament. Now mu studio ha. That time say munu Africa na wa ha. And I can say any parliament be ebetima ye adwuma sesa Ghana for abrabo. That should be the parliament of 2020, where we have just only a slim margin and that's equally divided into na independent candidate. This was the words I used. I would have been the decider of Ghana and make this parliament work without going to any side and stay in the middle. Now, on pull the intestines and then the experience now come once. And the politics in the stomach of the Ghanaian politician. And they are so-called acquired skills in parliament now. Winning parliamentary orders are now we experienced politicians. No, when you experience politicians. Because over the years, Ghanaian politicians, said, they fine-tune their constitution. Over the years, Ghanaian politicians have not sat down and said, a day in a parliament to encrypt and make sure that we hold the neck of the government that comes in place, regardless of which government that comes. And for that matter, this government must stay tuned to the national agenda. Who has to enact that law? Who has to establish that law? That law must be enacted and established by nobody else than the constitutional legislators, called the parliament. But because, many experienced politicians, counting from even the Fourth Republic, 8th government is His Excellency and now the government winning. And there modifications in let's go and bring from my good friend, the Speaker of Parliament. No munko famrania metre say, o matima ye unwritten rules be the ho. Sase kobase parliament nko che ya. E kwan be nse ne befa so. Na papa, o a country a ho chiro. O a country a wo so harness natural resources. We a country a wo so koko kura no, wo de ontimi nya ho hwe. Yes, wontimi nya koko no hwe meti ase, but producing more na ton. Ton Robbins no is also another way of making money. And fa bibia anka producing more. Adding value, broni bia no be more adding value. On ma bosi an never add value. Never turn chocolate man. On ye, and you don't add value. Simple econometrics. Mbajwa what I say. Into the man ko. Se bodia na who produce aton ya, ye ne raw mfa nkoye chips. Now so turn more, produce more, wasase ne ma more, cotton. Na se parliament abeti ase say ye the experience ya ne say Mr. Speaker na government mi begina ho president ba state of the state nations address sona no abeka se ma ban ma ya ade metima kwaji loan 2 billion me the basis your country na kwai. Are you crazy? You must be crazy. What parliament tolerates that kind of things? Which parliament? And one the debiano parliament or the government in power or the opposition, whichever way, no, or no did or gratify ni loan awakwaji. Nearby and semano on Sona, State of the Nations address. Ya baba na baso. Se metima kwaji loan 40 billion. And I'm saying because MPP wa ye NDC wa ye ne double. MPP wa ye ne double. Ma bobo sia. Me nyesika, me baba ye yamransa yankransa ekwai. Boma munsema yeah. Not experienced politician no mubo munsem. In any case, there is no country on the continent of Africa, and predominantly the 90 countries of the ACP, the African Caribbean Pacific countries. Country beyond one the parliament all lawyers check Ghana.
Hey,
they say the 80 countries of the ACP, African Caribbean Pacific, country beyond one the parliament. Our lawyers check Ghana, who were 275, out of whom no lawyers bear about 145. Should that be a parliament who need interpretation? Should that be a parliament? I feel no one who said Supreme Court no bear laws am a parliament, and indeed it is so. Why would you go to Supreme Court for interpretation of your own laws? Why enacting? What I will say, I am on Deputy Speaker Otimi vote. And the Muslim say it is not. So what provide you what position and what establishment say this is a serious parliament. I draw government to adopt what is called national agenda. Yama government says won't me ma enkosi hospital enkoji loan wanwie na wesuba nso akoji nsika akobobo si akosi hospital nso wanwie wesuba because there is a certain book called the party manifesto and obi use to run a country. Is there a parliament that you call them they are serious and they experience? Is there a parliament? I mean, sure. There were minority governments and your majority government. Minority government is the one, the government in power no, or short numbers, our parliament, even though they are in government. And the majority government is the one, or what numbers on the side, our your friends in the parliament. It could be Congress, it could be Upper House, it could be House of Commons, it could be Senate. Whichever country that you take it up. India, the biggest democracy in terms of parliamentary numbers, over 6, its own number 800. 1996 to 1998, 2 years, they had a hung parliament. What happened? The hung parliament led them to change 2 prime ministers within 2000. Listen. 2 parliaments, almost changed 2 prime ministers. And a man 1998, even though not term running, they have to go into general elections because a certain hung parliament was working against the government in power. Bibi Netanyahu of Israel, Ehud Barak of Israel, Ishak Rabin of Israel, hung parliament, a hanging the government saying how many times? Netanyahu hanging and say, Ehud Barak 2 times. Oba sorry be free ni fie where prime minister obedu no anya prime minister okofi as a floor member. No akotenasi. That is when a good politician, experienced politician, you talk, you move, you walk. Consensus, lobbying. Bring your agenda and convince me. Is that what we do in Ghana Parliament? We have never ever dreamt send your babenya this situation. Now they have forgotten say we dealing with human being and human institutions. Obi ba yare 136 130 pom kofa se bi obi awu nyemfa ne nsantom printe den ne ana ba ko be yare. Inti sa adwasafo ani ho na you see the problem? So Speaker of Parliament or ko ba bia a serious parliament has got nothing to do with the speaker say wa metna ho a oye nipa wa yare ne so ama, that is okay. But the parliament business, the government business, it should not affect the Ghanaian and it should not affect the nation. One bill, I'm a country, no, now about yourself. One bill, majority, one bill. Yawa Oseche Mensa Bunsu. I mentioned today names because I'm very blanket today. Now, what your experience said they are he is the parliamentary minister and he's the leader of the party. In terms of our parliament, majority leader. Papa, in situations like this, you reach out to the moderate MP, NDC. Who are the moderate ones? Okujatos, they are hardliners. Yes, I give it to them. Ome preaching my party. He's not in the Vatican, not working in the Holy See. Or Haiti, and an economy, and say, or share the government, the spending of the helicopter charter and in Niama. Or no susu a hardliner, or establishing who say, may fight for my party. Sam George, or hardliner. Was a mentimentias LGTB word plus kill. Why declare home? Kwashiga, why declare home? But what take you woman? And if you quit those and yes, why they are playing politics, they have to defend their party in parliament. That is very okay. I give it to them. We are talking about politics. We are not dealing with human emotions. In politics, no emotions. You understand? Now, but there were seemingly good number of NDC people. The cabinet column so moderate. Until Bill Kwana man and Kosono, reach out to them. Sit them down. That is when that is what an experienced politician operates. But you have to what must say. That is what experienced politician operates. Nanya de ya now on opposition frustrate you. NDC on your counter election results no or press conference. One press conference here. Now no frustrate you government business. Now musumu do omachi. Ya ntiasia eyomo pamumpo ya besan. For God's sake, is e-levy the only bill in Ghana? Now mama one bill are frustrated I'm a government in about you say food. Because they are playing politics with you and you don't have an answer to that politics. So it has become a fight among your own members. What have you done with the 137 members? Are you trying to tell me any experienced politician with MPP is trying to tell me that 137 and NDC, any moderate ones? Some come in woman amoyede. Sesika no mo ko chadia, no one this kalma woman. Bajotie, coach me. Sesika and no mo chadia. Omni members of this kalma woman. And the South person was pushing agenda of your bill. You should equally know the people that you lure them into your side. That is politics. Best politician, best president in the world, in my view, President Clinton. President Clinton operated minority government because he was shot out in the Congress of the Democrats. Or by shot to Senate, the second term, out in the Congress. Or scaling over impeachment. Or scaling over impeachment. President Clinton. A certain David Cameron. Obey 2010. Now oyeden. Now a minority conservative government. What do you have to do? Reach out to them. Tony Blair, best president and prime minister. No short the time, Labour or Parliament. He was able to control the conservative House of Commons. Because you reach out to them, go down. Now, mama dear, your numbers, anyway, say, any info win cockle, any new way license, and a win step put down. It will not solve the problem today. It will not, because you've not gotten the answers to resolve, to deal with your position. Who is bent? Do you think so? I can't lose because we are playing politics. At the end of the day, two governments in Lobia and Somba Juma. Obia so buy a loan or kwaji. And to me, Obia and Yajuma. And to play politics to frustrate you, why not? They should do it. Now, a certain party, our opposition, the General Secretary, Honorable Esiedun Ketia, who can call his members and command them and tell them what to do in Parliament. You, of course, yes, if you say we pope, honestly, person or bad power. Good, serious government, our experienced politicians. I said, you can tell the contemporaries in the mates, BBA, at the Parliament. If not anything at all, His Excellency the President, when you said you can tell the Parliament. What do you need to do? A country also where experienced politicians, sir. You call a Sedu. Omani Ebre policy ni. Say near Pessia. Ma bine Juman and Cosa, no crown in Casa, and no Nuamon Casa, and no man in Casa. Go down and reach out. That is what politics is about. Lobby with him. Now, rather no, as you do by deliver a speech and a press conference. Omo country 2020 no press conference. You know numbers no. Omsi assistant. No. Ebe mass speech or radio. Hey, so go for number. Ombeba. How so maba to me? You get a point? No, master. Who opposition or no to opposition? Who had the mantle to run the country for 4 years? You've done 4 years, you have another 4 years. Now opposition or no yano the press conference. Now Mosumaya day, Mosuma Quatrans press conference. Further and better particulars. Are we serious? No. The government business must not affect the Ghanaian citizen. The government business must not affect them. And then at the Ben Ghana parliamentarians better say, Yediania who bibi. Abaning Yamran Fahum. When Mrawe there a young parliamentarians in Yasha Samran, young Prince Adiwi. Is there any e-levy your country a chair airport COVID test, COVID scanom jijin, e-levy bichesa? Tell me any e-levy on earth a chair the airport business no umuye no hon. Because some year COVID test or Ghana, na me do Kenya, me fan bag me call. Chair me pie no my yawo. Me fan me bag do America, my COVID wo ha, me fan bag me call. Me do German and fan bag me call. Sabi mi nim nyansa, Ghana for nim nyansa ncha Americans, o nim nyansa ncha Canadians. Utia wa ha say 100, 50, what chia? Okwa wa yama oko, o ba na utia du Ghana ni asabejo. Until within a minute, within 3 hours, sometimes 2 hours flight, sometimes only 1 hour from Lagos to Accra, only 1 hour. 30 minutes, 45 minutes flight now. What testing negative? Udu Accra until wait my positive. And I saw be a flight more positive. Now more Jane $150. Any e-levy benefits. Me decided say momo se to me be the minimum year. Me the bemo be akwe. Benti man tia momo mean tia e-levy. My send momo 17 baby. Now where dear say me too quiet me po e-levy. Is there any e-levy more than that? Is there any money more than that? I know the parliament in Fahon because the omba chop domina chop. The omba di womno, omina obiedi. Don't they trouble? Parliamentarians go 275. No. Is that how they treat them when they go to other countries? Is that what they treat them? South Africa, one health facilities. Ghana ni ban or so 2 hard say or yet COVID test or do Johannesburg or Satria or airport. Yeah, they are the everyone knows. Tell OPA. Now compare the entire African continent. Country buying a foreigner baha and the COVID test a year $150. Knowing very well, sir, well, nationals in your foreign passport. E-levy bitches are. Tell me the e-levy, which is more than that. Ministry of Health votes canon. Debbie. A Ghana government can debi. Adenti na private company. Onunji 11 better than who Momo obi send 1 cedi 20 pesos na no here. 20 pesos here o exchange $150. There's no experienced politician who come here.
And what are they then?
We say they are representatives.
They are just mere representatives.
They are represented with all due respect of their community. I don't call even of their constituency because their constituency in here no no parliament ombe wo a wo pa parliament wo pa parliament aba wo ni o mutie krase ho wo ka twi wo ka gboro wo ka dagbani wo ka ga mutim kwa akwo mfufuo nyina de ma wo mu wo pa parliament aba wo nya dru parliament a wo ko okruma so nti twi biem wo nti bibia biem because Ghanaian politician biana onukra ye engineer a different professional background onu ye obi akọ parliament ade akya no register ogempa opeso ye lawyer a country ben ye was such lawyers fabulous learned men and women muntimi interpret small laws country ben na wuntimi nye national agenda say parliament this year ye the one good year ebe establishing national agenda. President Bia Bebebiano, you are not going left, you are not going right. President Papa, Nigeria for president, me come for Betuma Yibi. You know why? Obiatin was to me Obasanjo. Why your farms is on a young cocoa poultry farm. Our Nigeria, say a crocodile farm. And to me president Nigeria and my door phone and meton cocoa dear. I could be anywhere where free country be or Bebe Krumha. Why ye am a successful Nigerian farmers, poultry farmers, Omania J. Nikosua Nyaneka. Do you get it? A certain Buhari, Onini Nyamo, El Kaduna, Nukrom, Kasina, Ominina Yen and Buhari in Nanchi kwa by 50,000. In Chabada no Obama Kwama de a cow leg at the Abakrum ho. IBB Babangida, Oni Abdul Salam. About 3 President Mina, Niger State, Omgo, Obiadomo. No, I try now the rice aba. It is a Buhari, Omkaja Buhari. We protect your car leg, no. Also, I'm protecting more. Now, Jaquamia de Munga. Shall Nigeria rice and no import? Now, if I rice, if you be now, the corner so man from Roma. What you croma cook up by? Because a certain president here farms. Governance and yes, science rocket science. And then yeah, what is written template? No, a wisdom and application of common sense. Because there's no school in this world that you see a first school is a school of presidents. What to be that? See a school of engineers.
Yeah,
your school of lawyers.
Yeah,
your school of accountants.
Yeah.
What is school of presidents that? So there is no profession that is called president. You don't go to school to become a president. A bypass. Obi nchirame politician bi ancham say was school a president. Can one order a become a great school?
Obi abes one about na go school of president, in the school of vice president. Obi am person
and to become a president of a country is a byproduct of a certain education. It's a byproduct of a your friend is saying, system B. And you need school of president. It's presidential to be a president. You don't have to have extra requisite knowledge, but you need to have extra common sense.
Extra common sense.
Common sense and application of the gifted wisdom. Farmer, bet my president. Now, yeah, they are me at here once to say, so once you a certain brofo, and one can a certain grammar. And one call certain school. Wumma, now crown to me, you are non cassa, and to practice elitism or parliamentary. Does that make you an experienced parliamentarian? Experienced parliamentarian, Ben, the WHR judgment debt. Experienced parliamentarians, who can say you were experienced parliamentarians, and it's by virtue of constitutional requirement. So the assemblies, the community, the constituency must provide. It does not mean that the Nipan Adeniman is intelligent more than the people who voted them into power. The whole country is run by 2,000 people, not more. And to those 2,000 people, are they trying to tell us, only intelligent more than 30 million Ghanaians? The answer is completely no. But then it is because any year you bet my cotton. Parliamentarians only as 175. 375. 275,
Yeah.
sorry. Cover presidency, then cabinet, Faber Kahun. Never Council of State, never Kahun. Never the judiciary, yet the Supreme Court, limited up to even appeal court, never women in Abekahun. Now check holistically entire country. Nipa saying, now up to 2,500. There is a statistics. No more than 2,500. Chief executive near that is part. It's not a part. It's not part. They can the core rulers, shakers, movers of the country. And no more than 2,000. Are you telling me say 2,000? Oh, me nyansa change Debbie. But because say yen timi for 30 million presidents, and yen timi for 20 million presidents, and yen timi for 5 presidents at a time. Because countries almost 5 presidents at a time. 1 president, 7 vice president, Congo, and Communas, homes have a show Mumjani. Kabila, them obey on popular, not tribal settings in Hanon. Or send the major tribes in 5. And no 4 million vice president, you know, at a time, no more 5 vice presidents, 5 vice presidents. And was a same one dear. So, we don't need that. But we are saying they do baby. Policy advocates, people who pushes and move a country, they are not part of the political platform. They are not part of the political colors. Minority government, once again. Sergio Berlusconi, Italian Prime Minister. Oh, Cromfoche will be a. Neniati is Italian politician. Non-Sucran Italian politician will be a one school papa. Every time Obeko government biano or no say on majority in parliament. Berlusconi never liked his own party to be the majority government. Now, reach out. I want to know, show the skills and pull them out to vote. And this opposition for any year they die, Monko Kwako signing. And the time Italians can say no, Obuye, or Cromfo, you say no, Omo confer the moderate, liberal Romano Prodi. Prodi one time crowd went to me.
Yeah.
Saying I am fast be Cromfo and San Fanimra. The Coco European Union no bully which is so-called uneducated, inexperienced politics. Now, Berlusconi to me handle woman. In the idea, no him. We need national agenda. Politician be and will be doing a can say, you live be no chair airports can omigeno. Politician be and can want some. Munam sum to coin. Would do American far bag coffee? Would do Germany far bag coffee? Would to mean your law say your country nationals na could ya bontin more? Omako school more. Enti yanya law so obekrom ha okra foreign passport kwa umewuram eno na take dia be take wo yem yankwa e wo Germany udu Berlin no code na paper form Kreuzberg na paper form omma ena de omaye what take is who experience chem one my Turkish nationals say wo ukura German passport wo ba take here German for say da bia ma nwura correct ni om say ate osimun kama nuntum model munye ya be ya ma mun fansie ya na ye airport ya na control na airport uduro na you passport German immigration down in Turkey ni bia won krom passport search ni botum si ya be search ni German ya be china ne papa the passport be gina airport or the German dey nduro no dey take egwam. Do you get it? That is what is called wisdom, common sense, Edwan, and what they are building the country. And then so be also take. Anamebwa. Singapore, Anya Republic, at the time of G independence, one independence free British, only the OG free a country, I have friend in Malaysia, where Tima be building the crew, actually Malaysia no man independence. Singapore, 1965, on G independent 57, and 57, 65 and San Roja Singa, someone call. Or 2 much say baby because no fee say omunko. A certain liquid news turn around. It may be build a country money by the model of neatness in the world and one of the best consistent economy nation in the world. Cleanness in the world, environmental free in the world. And so a country in a man independence. Na yanka Ghana parliament. Na yansha time independent 57. Ni yansha country be to say Kenya mo independent 1960. Na obia was your Ghanaian parliament to word Nairobi da. Na a certain Kwame Nkrumah a certain Kenyatta. Na because say Nkrumah ye bi kwa na se oyem from so kwa na obi ma betwa so man betwa so den na mo de beka ne de ho na mo hwe de Kenya for de atwa Kenyatta ho na kwa hwe kuro no na hwe infrastructure na hwe development wono ne ka e de aba obi ti ha. I'm sorry, Minister of Finance, you can't go to Parliament and talk about Ukraine and Russia.
Oh, are they?
You must make money out of Ukraine and Russia war. That's how a serious nation operates. Papa, Kenya is saying na mango asa, the mango juice. We're a bigger exporter of mango juice. We're a bigger exporter of orange juice. Or export tea. Or export food stuff. Or ye bibia the comabro from. Or say export flowers. Common flowers.
Yeah.
Look at petty things. On gin gold home. On gin oil home. And on gin diamond home. On gin timber home. Utilities. Commodities. Consumable commodities. And then Ukraine and Russia oil juice company ben oil juice. Ni juice asa. Or produce juice massively asa. Into oje hard currency. Into obi tokano nanka wo bro ne ko. Obi kono nanka wo nsuo common nsuo no what they call tata wo nsuo. Saudi Arabia wo nsuo. Kuwait wo nsuo. Emirates wo nsuo. Oto nsuo avian from France.
Yeah.
Nsuo agru krom ha say no. Ya we mpem fon kan aduane aba me atugu. Nsuo esa hwie bitugu.
Happy 90 for that FN was the venerable Farouk Wahab, or your international diplomatic relations consultant. On the
ministers of agriculture Ghana kwa obi bu nsuo one full bucket. Oba kwa small boy.
No, the
what the fruits one pen yari what one bucket fruit enye nsuo no hwegu. Ko you can coffee nsuo one bucket full of fruits. Enti nsuo na bua me ahwegu. Yenya a certain government to know say if you're talking about economically viable product, you don't talk about gold, you don't talk about diamond. Water is much even easier because on daily basis Ghana for saying anom nsuo ne. On daily basis Ghana for saying and ato nsuo street so. Ghana for say and ato ankadi. And it's how your government now nsuo now water bodies we see awake we see how best do you use your Ministry of Trade? Say papa Ghana for na special eyes, Ghana for na awake, Ghana for na an, Ghana for na daily water. Biamfa monko Saudi Arabia ho na monko fighting na monpe market massa product
na monko the entire Gulf region na monko to nsuo ni bi the entire Gulf, Yemen, Arab, Bahrain, obi ani nsuo na hoso ne tu oil kese oil no Iraq nya reggae no so nyina no nsuo enom dio omi import nsuo de ko oil reggae no so and yet Ghana oil rig takrade eye sabi Nigeria ni na supply nsuo reggae no so nsuo a ye use no reggae no so no enye Ghana ni na supply eye Nigeria ni na supply nsuo oil reggae no so anya wa Ghana ni ewa ha onim se de si landries ntade afi ye de share machine ye de ne da bi Vietnam, Bangladeshi, Nepalese, South Korean ono na landries ewa sakrade oil rig. Also we experienced politician really seriously o local content ewa sakrade oil rig makohwe omo ye adwuma ho o shama diver or diver or Cape Coast, or diver or Greater Accra, or divers, or your friend is saying, Volta region, 4 regions, Omina coastal line, Obi Jari 2,000 the whole day, 1,000 meters, 2,000 meters, or Kwachi or Kotobako. Oh, assume, or the Nena paddle. Near cover Brazilian divers and South African divers, or $1,000 an hour. Parliament Ominimana.
We experienced parliamentarian, we experienced politician. Is that how you? So now for experienced politician. A South African, or Baba or Sebrabe dive from Ghana, Shama, normal $1,000 an hour. Into Omukonum condensed you and say, no, my bed, the oxygen, no fish, diagro, obey Piena $12,000 or the ajo. Local content. Abra electricians, a good cape so be asking. Money $2,000 a month, keke. Non-function of Busiana Brown Hunto. 1 year, we experience politicians. So, what is the Ghana Parliament doing? Namoku. Yamen fan burning champ. Say Ghana Parliament. Omu bubo kra. Meno. Omu talk on by. Na me for some cash me can say. Me nyabi kwa besa akoshe. Because I'm sorry, they are detached from the reality. Both sides are detached from the reality.
Both the majority and the minority. And
Because
the
majority was majority
and the NDC. They are
majority
detached from the reality.
Yeah, because they've all been in government. NDC had been in the Fourth Republic 60 years. We so called 16 years. And they are detached from the realities. 32 years, home in our match and pepepe. His Excellency Nado, a year, we 8 years, a President Kufuor 8 years, 32. Jerry 8 years. And President Mills Mahama 8 years. 32. That is the Fourth Republic for the 8 governments. What is the reality? And yes, the motorway bakuna.
As you cry to
Make sure they are fans and your bakuna.
Bakuna.
And it's a crewman as a mistake. You need a certain knowledge as we did. Yeah, say. Don't we have it? That common sense. Our city Accra. We free the inner city. We free main road to swap. You are certain Antioku. You are certain your friend is saying Bobodi.
Can't you could
yes, so
a line.
Individual excessive a diamond kakano. Common street, we yamano, also when yet. Common street, common light, common water, also when yet. And convert to a boy, say, polisher, Maldin say, your friend baby is Legon Hills, which of course, away Kupudia. What I said. And convert that to the AC down Papa Mao. Road to craft faculty one also one yet. Is Legon, abandon Benisio. Chairman government dies you. You are forced to build a road because say, and paying phobia quatil. And I say, Musro a certain heat. And to concentration where is Legon, our cantonments. O concentration, our your friend is saying airport. Airport, near airport here near a Hong Kong Ghana. Look at the larger Dabraka. Look at the Accra area. Look at the Kolegono. Shall we beachfront from Tema up to a Dansuman. Papa, I want you a shitting paradise.
No credit there. Okay, 7.
There be one cancer and I said, no, they are cowards.
No grand,
who beachfront the whole country from Tema to Dansuman, a shit paradise. Just a shit paradise. Namo Bronibi, or Austrian citizen. And the Bruni suit of only love and no follow. No, better get do a dance my glyph. If you are Timno, one gun and nigga any Timno, not toilet in you. The first time Bruni catch him, I like to shit by the beach. I didn't know that it's such an enjoyable because you enjoy the breeze. Bruni.
Happy night, everyone. And then Friday, what I fear the venerable Farouk Wahab, international diplomatic consultant.
Se parliamentarians in honorable, so honorable some Indians.
And yeah, the venerable honorable Farouk Wahab, or international diplomatic consultant. One don't have any joke on my name.
One guy Jeffrey, a friend, and one honorable. Me fear you. And the Kudia Momo honorable. What can say?
So how do we change this?
It is the narration of the national agenda and throwing away the bogus party manifesto. It is as simple as that. Throw away the party bogus manifesto. It's somebody's dream. The Panicha manifesto no abo. The Panicha manifesto no ada. The Panicha manifesto no. Now our agenda be a way to suit you. And they were able. And a manifesto as a party Nigerian is not a grand congress of the party. A certain by 5 or 10 B. How do we even measure the mental state of that person and then his knowledge power in dealing with certain issues? What could China manifesto? Emma Accra or 9 years. The books yet 15 kilos. Accra now we are 27 kilos.
Or Accra we
15 kilos.
And books in year 27.
27 kilos. In the Accra, why can develop on one now? Parliamentarian Ben Okroma work private schools or Ghana, including on one government school. Akosha say, you will feel the crime chronicles recreation will be diagro. You will feel them crying games also. You will feel them crying bobo also. Nanano, Cocohe, Kumasi will take Biama. Omi Nina will be ako. Honorable, Wakoje VIP ticket acquaintance. Players in winning moment till new. Now, certain serious nations like America, the basketball team, no, or don't free him, and your schools, and your colleges, or build
athletes
infrastructure,
free colleges,
or don't call Olympics games, or build it, Jamaica, yebi, Japan, Germany, Now, what were these talents? They will chrome her. African, Ukraine, African games, when you go to cram, you do that. They are baller. Na mama famu MP na mo de abobo mo chest ala na ho de anum ko mu nkoku kwase o mu ko bibisa na koye common dia they identify themselves as one. They identify themselves as one. Ko ba bi na say o mo pe that can say adoration ni admire ni adore o mu dia bo so mu nyina honorable Kofi honorable Ntim honorable de no mo kwa say tare goyi Mamu free or mum drakra, Sanye Bamu. Parliamentarian bank and also a experienced politician, party bank and also a experiencer. Momo di nipa, they said the Muko of your mobile, at radio stations on propagated the agenda of the government policy. Who are you? Which party is that? Which kind of experience of politicians do we have? We are president, we are minister. Time of work now to studio. Who can't do what by me? I'm a team area and the minimum de abaye.
Baby, where the infrastructure and where the particular project is located.
Chairman Labour Party.
And
Chairman Conservative Boris Johnson. The communicators are more conservative parties. UK Chairman Joe Biden, the communicators. The policy speaks for itself.
So you don't need the communicators
to
communicate.
You don't need a communicator. The communicator is the spokesperson of the sector who can speak on national policy issues. And your communicator to come and read toilets and the government see. Communicator to come and read market and the government see. Nipa no nidi ya onfa there na nkwashiti. And to build that toilet, man, not building for what? Let them build their own selves and let them go their own toilet how they want it. You don't come and tell me, say, my building will say. Party bank, government bank. Which country? Outside, in Ghana. What building a certain cream of communicators. Esia and Tro, Esia no crack, Esa combine the two. Equatorial Studio say, yeah, beka adie our government aye, for them better particulars. Which country does that? The policy must speak for itself, not an individual to come and speak. It is not the duty of any party to send their people to go and tell the public what the government is doing.
The policy must talk.
The policy must talk. The action is on the ground. The work is justified by itself.
Happy night,
and your algebra.
And they said your parliament say and we don't have experience. They are representatives of a particular group of people.
Of course,
not even the entire constituency.
No, that's because the system to bring the parliamentarian from that constituency, a certain number of 80 executives in the and if they know, say predominantly, our MPP captured zone, and I say NDC area. When him say the moment I want to 80 parliamentary, 80 executives, he has done the work for the constituency of 10,000 people. Do you call that one say or representing constituency or representing a certain or a representative of a certain people? Do you get it? And I'm here explaining to you. Because the party chooses their parliamentarians through their party system, their electoral system, and the certain executive, and not the whole entire Bantuma constituency, and I say Adwaji constituency, and I say your friend is saying a Bukom constituency, and at the whole constituency numbers. Because this is a country you don't have a referendum system.
And is that the people would also have to vote.
So you know, so I'm talking about the zone, the area. It is noted, say, I have say no, a dansumana, meaning say, so where we of course you're talking about the settlement areas, we know. You can't tell me say him say Bantuma a MPP for there. Winim say Asukwa a MPP for there. And also nim say Keta, winim say Saton a NDC for there. We all know. We don't need to say Sebi or this. No. And to say any panning your executives no, it ain't no. Why do the parties fight? NDC, okay, Kofodia. Okay, don't share Frances.
Yeah.
Yes, Kobo Kopa nom de Bomameno at that time. Because a certain positions, because executives, they march and a certain control. Because when you're free hopper, you are at in government. And I say, what about parliament? Does that represent the constituency, the ideals, and the heart and the spirit of the whole entire constituency? Answer is virtually no. And I don't think that is not that is the way it is. And if this is how we're gonna go as a country, now you enact it, establish it, and develop a certain national agenda. And that agenda no, must be the core. And because MPP Naba, we don't have any fights. Okay? And this Naba, we don't have any fight. And I'm saying that if we have experienced parliamentarians, we have a hung parliament, whether we like it or not. Lobbying must go on. Government business must function. NDC must stop unnecessary politics, and MPP must also stop unnecessary arrogance. And all of them, you reach out. That is how politics, and that is how politics is played. The direct impact, I say, Ghanaian politicians, government in power, refer to government because Minister of Finance Nekasa. Say, or Italy, no the politicians in our brothers. One of the direct impacts, or Holland, or Dutch government, where we the politicians and the decision makers. That will be a direct impact. So, or Germany, Berlin, okay, Bundestag, Bosnia, ebi only will be an entrance because Abrafona concentrate on their own issue. If not any of them, tell me how many countries of the world are crying? The excesses of market, global market. Yes, because a certain superpower is fighting. It will have an impact. Now, no Russia now how far has it affected the Russians? And the Maka said, Kenya, this is the best time autumn the juice. This is the best time autumn the mango juice, asa. The orange juice, asa. Ukraine for no producer, no matter manasa. Look at this. People don't understand world politics. Europeans, you know, any NATO nuclear koki kantokwa. Emma Zelensky, enya so hope, say, omuba NATO for bekun. Which I granted you or your colleague interview said, there cannot be any NATO involvement as far as the fight is concerned. You remember? They cannot. Europeans, you know, ammunitions and arms now, de kokoma Ukraine for them. Oma Saji Ukraine for their top vest. Now you can't get even a vest. Bulletproof, when you're being taught. Ukrainians are buying bulletproof. And don't forget, sir, it was a communist richest nation. Their money almost got. Part of it cleverly also to extort from them. But at the same time, what America, you come helicopters, you don't give it, you give it to them. Somebody must stand behind the machine and use it. But where are the numbers? Give them the helicopter, who is flying the machine? Give them the MiG-25, who is flying it? Give them the J-22, who is flying it? Give them the S-37, who is flying it? Maybe what I say now. Enti ono Ukraine no kra na ono na nya ne ntokwa no ono kra abrofo na America no enti se wo so no wo krom ha e na military on ye weapons to said Albania, Kosovo, Tirana, Macedonia, Moldova mo ye weapons na o mo weapons no mo tama Ukraine because I will reserve that ho and antam yenku. So tell me how you will benefit rather than now will be etimi gina okase emo boa ba be yedin obi astopu bankudi obi timkas Ukraine tokwanti emo boa yedin no am market woman say oil boa yedin because Ukraine oil ma Sanyan Tokwa when the buyer, how many people knew? Or do you know? Say the world, Ukraine is one of the best and biggest exporter of cooking oil. Now, all land in the Dakumadan, why in the day? Tomatoes, why in the day? What have you done with Wenchi? What have you done with summer boy? Land in the Dowden, why? You take advantage of a certain situation, and I've said, all those who came on air, I blasted them. Then a third world war. Are we crazy? There can never be any conventional third world war. Yes, there will be an economic and a war of also health. That is what they're brought for. You can't Ukraine, Russia, Papa. What the COVID assembly abuse?
David.
Omicron ni fahin.
I am the wire.
COVID ni fahin.
Wire.
How many countries in the world, including the UK, will abolish the nose masks? Until Nagana and Kwan and nose masks, yes, but you're quite your body. Ye di fufu in COVID in one room pie. Wuti fufu we are no ba. Nonsense. Because we are so stupid, say we can't use our mind. So a white man can always manipulate you. Me see, has any Western president of the world in view of this Russian conflict, what about COVID assembly? But prior to Russia issue, no medical they are better British for Manchester for any your friend say Queen Mother when you COVID be. Not the Enusun and come so the American. Sa COVID na Queen Mother nya away. Yet in what's in view. Birmingham Palace, COVID coho, Mammy Nenyabi. I know the different variant name Edeba, Efahimfa. You see the point? The point is that when we are practicing a lazy form of an economy, and we have a certain pattern of economic system, say you better modify. Maka say a country that is not prepared to create wealth, you will have no business to talk about international politics. You don't have any wealth. You don't have money. And the money is here. You are not making it. How come by say India ni biaba kromo nyeska? How come by say Lebanese ni biaba kromo nyeska? How come by say Turkish for of yesterday? The monies. How come by say a country of 30 million population? Yenye cry enyama. Now I'm sorry to use the word. Examiner man. Buzu man. I said, be crying, most of them need illiterates. Or not take cow lane and will determine how your dollar should play in. Are you stupid? How does your dollar get out of hand? And we're talking about we having economic managers against your city weakening. Now what? $20,000 of every forest bureau in Ghana. Listen to me carefully. $20,000 from every forest bureau in Ghana. Now a dollar now get it. We see the now get it out of hands. What do you supposed to do? On daily basis, banks in Inaj, dollar from Bank of Ghana, no matter how much Zamrama for. Now, so accelerated the price. No more determined. Now, pushy. Now, Ghanaian politicians can say they $2 dollar. And then the simple common sense is that you could easily say at that time now dollar no, are you weak? We see deny weak. For forest bureau, be at $20,000 man. No man 3 months to return it. Are you listening? For BR $20,000 now, we have more than 15,000 forest bureaus in Ghana. For BR $20,000 man, $1 3 months time one farmer was forfeiting the license. And dollar issue would have been arrested. Why is the impact of the dollar? Pressure about on the it was needlessly unnecessary. It was unnecessary. One day you have an increment of 3 times a day. Not dollar near 3 times a day, not prices neighbor. 3 times. No, Carlin will determine the price. Who are Bank of Ghana and Wasasa coordinators. Tiadomio and telephone so. And you have to tell range cars ama womo. Or Fafua. Kwaku Forest Bureau, yes, Winnie. This is Bank of Ghana. How much? Let me know how much. Tell me your sales, your receipt book. Crazy. How much did you give to the person to market? Ghana ni ba no $2 on consumer me cop forest bureau me per black market with God is kaum. One receipt. Now what the office? Coordinators should go down on the ground to the cowling and ask them. Zamra mama they determine how much you should sell your dollar. Na Niger dollar ho. Niger dollar ho. Omo Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire dollar is stable by people. Kenyan shillings against dollar for 5 good years. 10,000 shillings to $100. Up to now, on two mubako.
And the sign.
And the bint intimacy because or certain wealth or certain flowers, our tongue, or certain production, or certain train, our timidia intercity from Nairobi to Tanzania, or certain nyama or fish, and was improve what is called the tourism. Watching more good themselves when you basha abua. Nedi $2,000 na cop. What you say?
I don't think to me,
because who are one kwano. You know, your friends elephant to go abesa renaka. Kogana kumasi zoo. Snakes in Krakom Duomo. Snakes won't pay Biana. Snakes Krakom Duomo.
And I had a film done to TV. Oh, this next now for
lion and heading out to
lion or Dakumasi Zoo. I said, cruelty to animals. As I can cockroach zoo for near Ghana government.
Lion who are mountain you because of common.
Daniel never tell any fra. I want any fra.
Sorry, I test in any way.
Not to her, him say the
lion, no, what nothing who crown, sorry.
Abra South Africa. Okay, Durban, Omzuno. On lion back or you drive back one day. Ya pejo drive near the man. Durban Zoo. Uncle them her. One of them people. You see the point? So it is neither here nor there. Both parties have been in government, and like I'm saying, in the next 2 years, 16 years, 32 years, Momon saying what is the standard practice called what is called national agenda, and what the parliament must make sure say you can't come and make your own laws. You can't come and collect money and do your own thing as you want it. But both of them, no, Obia are very effective, very efficient in opposition. When they come to government, hey, they forget about their rules and their own standard practices. How does it work? How does it work?
So to get this from you,
yes.
The ECOWAS war, Russia and Ukraine.
Papa,
it
has nothing to do with your economy. Say countries take advantage of Ukraine. When there's a battle and there's a battlefield and there's a front, the front lines are fighting. Ukraine produce mango juice. And they are buying mango juice.
They depend on imports.
They depend on imports. So what are you exporting to Ukraine for you to come and talk about? Say, Ukraine has a direct impact on Ghana. Stock exchange ben ukrumha. Say stock exchange ukrumha. Broni ba na do ni sika ba be si ukrumha is kana edi value. Who sika na da ho. Me pa choti ase. Wonu akobo bosia. And now and you see direct impact means you can't get the decision makers to go and borrow again. Why do we take advantage of everything? Say COVID now easy, when I may easy, and I'm not saying because of NDC, MPP. One time now also MDC would have done the same thing because of the global heat, economic recession by near to grow money. Meanwhile, also saw your friend saying tomatoes go akuma dan pro.
Yankwa, about a year, over 300 people are watching us on YouTube. Mame enkinka messages Nivia. Womo atro reparations or certificate our Wahab for president. Kramez upon no say KM the Mentiasio. Eugene Tinkranda or say ha Gambra NS, you will hold those that sold the land for building, but you are blaming government for not constructing the roads. That ideology, no, because look, the government is to help, to assist in making sure that among are living comfortably. Yes. The government is not able to do that. Then the individual, me, Makosi Dine, all that I'm telling government to do is say, Abame Pacho, me here show kakra, me here light kakra, me kwani bejusu dia megusu kota.
Na dan process anka ban ne sima.
Kachen Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso development agenda. When they started developing Ouagadougou. You dare not, or the land no, or demarcate one area, or construct a road, while your utility, while your water. Now we are getting me, and some what on land. Now I'm at phase 1. This road, a 2-story building. I had lower, we are 3-story building. 2 years time no, and do living. So wouldn't mean to relocate to the back. And until they had that of consistency. And what they build the Cocody. And what they build the Do Plateau. What they are building Abidjan everywhere. Do you get it? Trashville. Within 8 years, even though I don't side with Alassane Ouattara, say why also why coup d'etat with a pen. But within 8 years, and then it's said na year okon. Paul yafi awaye. Your friend say Bridges awaye. Bridges awaye. Cocoa d'Ivoire port. Na kwache cocoa containers achoku. They don't even have a place that they can sell. Coffee achoku, banana achoku. What the other way?
And then high.
What's it?
And then high.
And ya broke keke. Ya yankwasi afo.
Yapon.